Shit. Theresa May. Theresa, stop crying. Just stop. It's going to be okay. Okay? No. No. It's not you. It's him. No, he's not taking anyone's calls right now. Because he's like any other lame duck president after the conventions. He's on vacation until after inauguration, playing golf, sharing his Spotify playlist, planning his book tour, and booking all those lucrative dinner speaking gigs. No, Theresa, I spoke with them. They won't let you back in. Because Angela Merkel said she doesn't believe that your voters' Twitter accounts were hacked by 4chan. Well, because apparently you don't have the internet and iPhones over there and you still let people vote in pencil. Who still does that? Why did you let them vote anyway? Do you not understand how democracy works? They elect you to make important decisions and you never give the voters a straight choice on anything important. Yes, I've spoken to the Venezuelans and they are going to send you some food aid as soon as they can figure out how to stop their army from looting it. Oh, and Zimbabwe's going to send you a cow. 2 cows. And Kim Jong-un called and said he wants to help you guys, but he can't get through to Downing Street because the lines have been cut off. Mostly just stuff with his picture on, a few diet books, some old Russian tanks. You can sell those on eBay, right? No, Congress won't approve any more aid. Because all the reports of cannibalism don't play well in the heartland. Can you get your media to stop saying that? What do you mean you don't control the media? How do you get anything done over there?
Sarah?
Theresa, hold on.
Who is it?
It's the British Prime Minister. She says she can't stop the cannibalism reports because they're only eating immigrants at the moment.
Well, then the Republicans won't help. But tell her we might be able to get the Democrats to do a fundraiser. Can she send Beckham and Adele over?
No, she can't send them. Beckham is the Deputy Prime Minister and Adele's the Foreign Secretary. If they leave the country, the pound will go down to being worth less than Hillary Clinton's integrity.
They're in the cabinet. Since when?
Since Rupert Murdoch made being a UK politician less desirable than being the leader of the Taliban. Theresa, listen, I'm going to have to call you back. See if you can get Richard Branson or Hugh Grant or somebody, okay? Ciao. That's the 3rd time she's called today.
That couldn't happen here, right?
Well, they had a huge immigrant problem, which the ruling class ignored, mainly because they were profiting from keeping labor costs low. They were importing millions of European workers, many of whom were happy to work for less than a minimum wage. This had a dual effect, forcing many Brits out of work and creating huge strains on public services, which the government then chose not to fund adequately. The Leave campaign had a populist candidate, Boris Johnson, leading Brexit. He actually looks like Trump light. He created massive publicity for the campaign by making false promises, ridiculous claims, and repeatedly lying to the voters. Then there was the media, who were incredibly biased in their coverage because leaving Europe suited their greedy, deregulated agenda. Add to that, they had David Cameron leading the Remain camp, who was not only hated by a large swath of the electorate, but considered arrogant, untrustworthy. And then there were the xenophobes, both overt and hidden, which resulted in Leave voters being called racist by the media, many of whom were so embarrassed by that accusation that they lied to the pollsters, skewing poll numbers and lulling the Remain camp into a false sense of security. The feeling that they took our jobs was a big factor in how people voted. The Leave campaign spent a fortune promoting that lie and playing on people's fears and saying that millions and millions of more illegals and legals were coming. Add to that a weary electorate, tired of austerity programs and being browbeaten by the media, experts, and political intelligentsia. Many of these, the disaffected voters, the jilted, the despised, and most importantly, the underpaid, felt powerless, ignored, and left behind by the ruling class. So they voted to leave Europe as a big F you to the Westminster elite. Finally, add to that the stupid voters. Voters who voted to leave the EU for shits and giggles, thinking nobody else would. So yeah, I'd say we're peachy.
You know, Sarah, people who tell the truth, nobody likes.